is. So Lex, then you can find me at Lex.me. You can find me at Lex.me. You can find me. Woo! Slicks on me, yeah! You can find me. Share these videos. Share them. You want to know why I want you to share these? Because I want unity more than anything on this planet. I want togetherness. I want a common thread of love to flow through people. And what are you gonna do? Save the world or something? What you gonna do? Save? You know what? I don't want to say that necessarily that is my mission to save the world. Save the world. But I think we can all agree, and I think on some level or another, that we understand that one of the greatest things that we need to have is unity. And the only way that's going to be accomplished on a big way is through God. Through God. And I must give credit where credit is due. Okay? I must give credit where credit is due. And where the credit is due is to Jesus. Okay? It's Jesus, and Jesus is universal. Big time. Jesus is universal. Jesus is for all. Jesus didn't create religion. And people want to say, well, oh, he's the Christ, so we're Christians, and it's like they took their version of what they wanted to do, and then they edited, and they did whatever they wanted to do, and they went down a path. And, and then you can sit there, well, I think more so than anything, what's the need for a label? What's the need for the label, to label yourselves? I got into a little bit of a back and forth thing with this student. Oh, this guy, I wish I could name his name. He just likes this. I call this guy like I'm not going to call names. Oh, I want to though. And, he's just, the typical puffed up, self-righteous, do-gooder. I'm right. And if you don't follow me, you're wrong. And, I know that people know those types of people that are out there. And what are they doing? Do you think they're creating unity? No, those are the kind of people that are not going to be approachable to everyone, right? They're not going to be approachable because they've got their version and they think they need to cram it and push it and set it on others. And this is the way that it is because it says so right here. And if you don't do what this says right here, well then you're going to H-E double toothpicks. Okay. Yep. And, and some of these people too, like I know this one dude, he's like the dictionary scripture dude. I mean, he can rip off anything. I mean, you ask him about something and but one of the things that I don't see in his life is abundance or unity with others. I don't see his version. I don't see his version bringing people together. I don't see a lot of those versions of those typical people out there that, that are kind of puffed up and prideful and they don't understand nor are they open to the understanding that there's one God. Oh yes, there's one God if you believe the way that we do. Just another form of religion as far as I'm concerned. And what, we're not getting credit where the credit is due. On the credit where the credit is due. And that was with Jesus. That's with Jesus, And it's more so along the lines about the work of the cross. The work of the cross. Not all this other stuff too. It's the work of the cross. It's what he did. It's what he sacrificed. It's his obedience. It was his example. So I think, what's the need for the label? Because there's a good portion of many of the other religions that are out there too believe and understand and know that Jesus existed too. So Jesus is for all. Right? And what he did was for all. And the sacrifice had to be made. The guy that came down here, you see, the guy that came down here and he showed us, and, because we say we're supposed to be Christ-like, right? What's Christ-like? Christ-like is just following the example of what Jesus did, Are we supposed to be perfect like him? No. That's the reason why Jesus was sacrificed, because we are not perfect as people, and we are going to mistakes. I've made mistakes. I've not always been the perfect little shiny little boy either. Nope, sirree. Nope. But making my mistakes and understanding and realizing why, God said not to do things in the first place, which we already know, but what do? We have the tendency to go do those things anyway. So, but where we're going here is that Jesus is universal, because the work of the cross and what he did and what he sacrificed and his life, and he did it for love. He did it for love. He did it for love. He was obedient to God and followed what God told him to do for respect and honor for God, and to help people be forgiven so that they can, we won't go into that. Everything, but the basic simple aspect of it, like just keeping it simple, right? Keeping it simple, having a relationship with God through prayer and meditation, believing and understanding in the work of the cross and the prominence of what Jesus' life meant. All right, and I don't care what religion you come from. If you read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and you read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and you read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and you just study that, period. I don't care what religion you come from or where you are. You just study that, period. And I guarantee you that through that to me is the other critical component of self-realization, coming to the understanding of who you are, realizing that God is within you, and God is like the ocean and we're like the waves. It's kind of like, we're like God's little satellite. We're like God's little satellite kind of locations, we're all like little satellite locations of God, because we're all like, we're created in the likeness too, right? The power of God is within us. The power of God is within us to call out things, and some of that stuff you'll understand in Think, Feel, and Believe. So go watch those videos too, because, that's a connection to part of a big part of the message that I'm bringing in different areas. And gee, here I am again. I'm just going with flowing. I'm just going with flowing. I'm just going with flowing. Unity. Togetherness through a commonality, through the power of God, through the power of the Spirit that is within us, that will connect us so that we can love each other and work together, love each other and work together, love each other and work together, so we can be as one. Love each other and work together, love each other and work together, love each other and work together, so we can be as one. Now, let me tell you that. Where did that come from, huh? That's the first time that one ever rolled out. I'll tell you that. Love each other and work together. Love each other and work together. Love each other and work together, so we can be as one. We can be as one. Boy, I tell you, sometimes, man, the power of God that can flow through you will just melt you. I had no idea this is where this one was going to end. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of not having to worry or be concerned or have uncertainties or fears or doubts or worries or concerns or fears or doubts or worries and concerns. Through faith, God will move you You know, but you got to put the time in, my friend. You got to put the time in, my friend, and have that relationship. Yep. Have that relationship with God through prayer and meditation. And if I could recommend you something, and that's reading a Matthew, Mark, and a Luke, and a John, and study the work of the cross. You got me? Okay.